2 seconds while I talk. My name is Tiffany. You will see me in a second. Welcome to my channel. Today is Sunday, the 5th of July. Let me sit down. There I am. Okay. Today's Sunday, the 5th of July. Welcome to another, I guess they're called episodes of So Sunday, where I do my best. I come on every Sunday to try to inspire you guys to do something every Sunday, whether it be for an hour or two, maybe if you can just sit for 15 minutes to get you to sit and sew something. So that's what Sew Sunday is all about. So if you're new to my channel, that's what it is. If you are also new to my channel, feel free to subscribe down that way and like my videos and share the ones you like, I guess. I don't know. You don't really actually have to share them. It just helps more people see them if you would like to. So if you find something in my channel that you really like and you're like, oh, I want like a bunch of people in my sewing club to see that, share it. So that's all the reason why I always ask to share. And then the thumbs up helps me. And if you give me a thumbs down, I'm sorry for you. I don't know why you're here. And also subscribing helps me because I need to get to 2,000. I seem to have like went really high and then it just slowed down. But that's because my videos have slowed down. So I know it's my fault, but that's because I'm sick. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here and see who all is here now. We got Kim, Vicky, Joe, Nancy, Cindy, Gwen, Den, Pauline, Chris. Title of this video says, I will be doing some free motion quilting while chatting. I don't know how really this free motioning is going to come out because I'm achy and you're not supposed to free motion quilt when you can't sit properly and when you ache and you're sore. But I do try to do stuff. That's how I inspire you guys to do things. So, and even though I'm in pain, I can still sit here and I can still move the fabric around. It may not be perfect, but when is it ever? And it's definitely not going to be anything like what I do when I'm long arming. Not saying my long arming is the best either, but I definitely long arm way better than I free motion quilt. But I have decided to free motion quilt today a table runner, which you guys kind of saw a sneak peek of the little, description photo. Here is the mug rug. I'm not flipping it. I'm actually going to free motion quilt it and then and it's the same with the table runner. So this is the little mug rug I made. These are scraps from episode 41 and 42's Insomniac quilting series. I decided to make this because although I did not do it while Becca was live, so Becca did a mug rug and I decided to go along with, just as a lot of you did. But I did mine was it the next day? Yeah, it was the next day. So I did this. And here's the back. These are from my scraps. This is from the scraps from a bigger quilt that I did as well. So I'm making sure I use up all of my scraps. The only thing fresh on there is the white. Let me grab the table runner. Everything's kind of sticky because I just spray basted. I know a lot of people don't spray baste, but obviously here's the back. It's the same as the mug rug. And here is the table runner. Nothing fancy. These were just the scraps left over. If you guys watch episode 41 and 42, 42 shows how I made the top and bottom border of the rail fence, which my husband and son named Tetris, and Jim, he watches here, he also said it looked like Tetris, so that's its name, is Tetris. So I let the guys name that one. So here is the leftovers. I said I'd make something, and this is what I made. They went together quite quickly. The only thing that is fresh again is the border. It's not all batting. This is a white border around it. Same with the mug rug. So I am putting these together. This is kind of wet though. The spray basting was not coming out like I had hoped. That's the reason why I hate spray basting sometimes. Not only did it make my room stink and I cannot stand smells and I had to leave the room for a little bit, but when it doesn't come out and it gums up in the sprayer, then one straight line will spew out when it does, and then it leaves like this big wet mess. And that's one reason why I don't like spray basting. And I don't care what brand it is, they all gum up at the puncture hole that sprays out the spray. So I don't care what anyone says. They all do that. And I didn't want to pin baste because I just didn't want it pin based. So yeah, I could have done anything else, but I just didn't want to pin base. I figured I'll just spray base it, and I'll do this one first because this one was done first and this one's dry, so has no wetness. All right, where were we? We were at Patricia. Okay, we've got Mary here, Linda's here, June, Fran, Barbara, Linda, Joe, and Jude. Okay, so guys, yes, this is my new do. My hair was falling out really bad, unfortunately, because of the treatment that I'm on for my valley fever. And I figured, you know, let's chop it off. So here's my hair. It goes all the way around. It looks crooked because I have a tattoo on my neck. It was pointed out by two people until they came up. Oh, okay. Yeah, your tattoo sits like right at it. I cut my own hair. The two salons that I would have normally gone to in town, one is not even taking anybody due to our recent reclose down of things. She decided to close her salon again for another month because Arizona has closed down now till the 27th. So a lot of places are closed. And then the other one, every time I was calling, she's, oh, I'm full. And then I went on their online thing. It's just one person working in there. I was like, you know, I've been cutting my hair for all my life. So I decided, you know, I'll just cut my own hair again. And when I do short haircuts, it's way easier than long hair haircuts to myself. So this is me cutting my own hair. I left my bangs long, as you can see. So I can just tuck it behind my ear, and it's cute, and it sticks out because when you cut your own hair, and I think I explained this in how I cut my own hair video because I've showed you guys, the scissors actually, so a lot of haircuts like this are undercuts. They are cut to where your hair will naturally curve under unless you specify otherwise at a salon. I have to hold the scissors like this to go around and then go around, and they're not meant for the left hand, so they have to be held just right to cut. And I have specialty scissors. I have everything I needed to work in a salon. And so cutting my own hair is a little bit different. So I can't hold my hair out like they would do in a salon and then trim against the fingers, you know, that they do. I can't make the bottom shorter and then add just like, you know, 1/8 of an inch as I go to help it curl under. So unfortunately, this is what I get because I can't do those things at home because I can't see the back of my head. So I just use a mirror, hold it, cut, hold the mirror, and cut. So this is my hairdo. So thanks, guys, for liking it and noticing. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's go back to where did I end at June? We got Barbara from Irvington, Alabama. So we got Alabama here. MJ, hello. Hello, Lisa. Not getting your notifications. You don't have luck with spray base either. Yeah. Brenda's here. It really suits you. It's very flattering. Yeah, I like short hair. I've always done short hair most of the time. I was growing it to donate it, guys, and it was falling out too much. Ready for the sucky part? My hair is still falling out. So I cut it 3 days ago now, and it's still falling out. Last night on my pillow and the night before, just hair. It's everywhere. So what can I do? There's nothing I can do. So in a couple weeks, 2, 4, 6 weeks, whatever, if it's still falling out like it is, I'm just going to chop it all the way off. Not shave my head, but then it'll be another surprise. Hey, this is what I look like now. That's what it'll be. I like the hair. We're all getting new looks these days. We need them. It's hot too. So this is actually helping because the hair is not sitting on my back, and I wear it down a lot because I get migraines and headaches all the time from hair bands. So yeah, this is actually keeping me from sweating my neck. Hi, Leanne. Shoot, why pay when you can do it? Yeah, exactly. That's what Scott always says. Why are you gonna go pay $20 to go get your hair cut if you can do it yourself? I'm like, well, I wanted somebody else to do it so the back would be better. So this is as good as it's gonna get. Hi, William. Faith. I'm on my dad's phone up north, so now you have a new subscriber. That's fine. Hi, Charla. Okay. All right. Okay, so it's Teresa on her dad's phone. Okay. Hi, Vivian. All right. So I'm going to adjust myself here. I'm also, for free motioning, I'm going to wear gloves because my hands are kind of soft and silky. And I don't know about this little project, but we're going to do it anyway. Maybe it'll annoy me. Maybe it won't. I'm going to rethread this. And then I'm going to bring the camera up close as I can get it without being in my way, which is actually nowhere in my way because this is just a tiny project. I'm going to bring it up close. The thread I'm using is pink. And the only reason why I chose this pink is, and I can't show you from here, but can you see it there? You can kind of see it and you kind of can't. So, and I chose it to do with both. It's pink on the top and on the bottom. And I have my free motion foot on. I have my feed dogs down. And I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. I don't ever free motion anymore. I should. I don't. I should. All right. Needle is threaded. And now I'm going to bring you guys close. Phone isn't cooperating. Faith, no, hon. Only UK. Don't know. Someone with same name. All right. So when free motion quilting, and Becca stresses this on her lives, and Jean True Love does too on her videos, and a lot of other people that free motion quilt consistently always say this. Unfortunately, I cannot do that specific thing, but what I am going to tell you is what you should do. First of all, my machine sits way too high and my body sits way too low. My chair kind of is, after, I don't know, I got this, a little over a year ago. The springs in it now, because I in and out constantly, the springs are now broken. So there's like a sag in the chair. I am literally sitting on a pillow with a pillow in my back. And I'm not even sitting correctly. But from here, I'm going to show you guys before I move the camera. I adjust my pillows just right. This machine should be sitting into the table. When you're free motion quilting, your elbows, can you see my arm right here? Your elbow fold should be at the table. You should be looking down. This position that I'm in is wrong. This is going to cause shoulder tension, neck strain, back problems. It's going to cause a lot of problems because, can you see this? My arms are not level with. So my arms now are elbow below the machine. You want elbow level with your machine table / whatever. This machine, unfortunately, does not fit on the other little table that I have, or else I could sit at an actual machine table height level. If this machine was sitting in the table, it would be a lot easier, and it's not. So I have a little bit more non-control over, I mean, it's good to see because it's right in my face, but it's going to bother my shoulders, it's going to bother my wrists, and it's going to tire me easily. So 100% suggested for those of you who want to free motion quilt. Make sure that your machine is sitting at a table that is elbow height. So it should be right here. So my machine should be sitting at my table, and you should be looking down on your project, not arms up into the project, if that makes any sense. This is the only reason why you'd be sitting this close is if you need glasses, you can't find them, and you need to see your needle. That's the only reason why, but you're going to hurt after a while, trust me. And I have my hair falling out. It's literally just falling out, and it's tickling my back. See, like 5 strands come out at a time. Anyway, so that is one thing about free motion quilting. Second thing for free motion quilting, you want to make sure that you have some kind of table for it to sit on. If I didn't have this, and I'm going to, let me just lift this up a little so that you can see. Just for video's sake, I'll lay that over on itself. If I did not have this, and that was gone, my extension table, and we were free, look at all that dust. I don't want to blow it, but I don't want to make a mess. This is really, really, really hard to do. There's nowhere for your hand to sit, and most machines are even smaller. So you definitely need a machine that has an area. or else you're going to be grabbing your fabric and doing this and this and this. You know, you don't want that. You want to make sure that you have an extension table or your machine sits flush with your table. So for free motion quilting beginners, make sure you have some sort of table, because it does not, a lot of machines only have 5-6 inches. This is 9 inches and it's still not enough room, but it makes it work. But with the extension table, it allows you to be flat with the whole entire project 100%, and keeping everything level and so on and so forth. So you definitely want to make sure that you have some sort of table for your machine. So those are the 100% that you should have. Secondarily to it, you need some kind of basting skill. You need to either know how to do it by pinning your little project, and or you need to spray base somewhere that's not on your carpet, because it makes a sticky disaster. And then the vacuum comes up. And I know this from experience. Water does not wash it off a carpet. It may wash out of the quilt tops, but it does not wash it out of the carpet. If you're wearing socks, you're going to drag it around. So make sure you have some sort of area so that you can spray base. And we have a baby coming in to say hi. Are you leaving?
Yes.
All right, give me kisses. I see you.
See you.
Okay. I love you. I'll see you next time you're here, okay?
See you next time.
All right. Close the door for Tiffy, please. Thank you. See you.
Livey.
I'm on my live because I'm talking to people.
Oh.
Okay. I see you later, okay?
See you later. I'm going to mommy's pool.
Okay, have fun. Oh, that was Triana. Sometimes she pops in. Anyway, so let me go up and read comments. What was I saying before she came in here? Having this table, having an extension table and stuff like that. All right. Let's see. June. Okay, asking about June. Let me see. Okay, who else? Okay, everyone's finding out that Teresa is on her dad's. Kim's okay. Dad's phone, so that 90s here. Small world. Everyone's saying hi. Hi, Norbell. Okay, decades ago. That's a shame. She left a nice memory. Perhaps you can ask social media. Going up so fast. I have this funky 60 Singer cabinet with Formica top. It's real flash from the past, but it works great for free motion. Nice and slick. That's good, especially with the Formica. It's very silky. That's another thing, actually. Speaking of that, they also make, and I've said this before, there is a Teflon cover that you can put on your machines, because some other brands of machines aren't that smooth, or you don't want the lip between your extension table and or table. So they have this Teflon mat thing that's sticky, and you can restick it over and over again. It goes right up here, and then you line up the hole at the needle, and that is great for free motion quilting. I do not own one, don't need to own one, because this area is slick enough. So yeah. Also with my machine, which is a lot different than everybody else's, is my machine has and you can see up here that I'm pointing to this knob. This is a tension, a foot tension gauge. So this puts pressure down, pressure foot pressure gauge. It pushes this down. I don't know if you guys can even see, and then or up. So it allows, when my foot is put down, I have so much more space. You see the lifting going on here, as opposed to, let's put it back down so that you can see, there's a little lever right here on the front of the machine with a dial that goes up and down it. So at its normal, where I normally keep it to sew, this is as far as I have. So you have barely any room, and this will push too hard against your fabric, and it will not allow fabric to freely flow under it. See, it yanks it. So you definitely want to make sure, if you have a Juki or any machine that has the foot pressure gauge or pressure tension gauge, to make sure that that is lifted all the way up so that you have as much area and space possible. So make sure you have that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this under here, and I'm going to stop talking in 2 seconds after I see what's been said. Sonia, hello. Everyone's saying hi. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera now over to the side right here, facing the machine, so that you guys can watch and hopefully be able to see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to put this in front of me. So hopefully you guys will get a nice, good view. So if it wiggles and squirms, I'm sorry, but that's just because I'm trying to adjust. And also, if the light is too much, let me know. And I can absolutely cover the light, because it doesn't bother me not to have that light. So let me know if the light bothers you at all.
Okay.
And then we can start free motion quilting.
Goodbye. I
Okay.
love you. We'll be
All
back.
right, love you. Bye.
We'll be back shortly.
Now you made me, for walking in here, forget what I needed to do.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, somebody's trying to call me. Guys, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I have a child trying to call my phone while I'm live streaming, and they only call when they absolutely need me. So let me go over here. I'll read comments while this is going on. I have used those Teflon baking type sheets, cheaper than the Supreme Slider. That's what it was called, Supreme Slider. Taped them down with blue painter's tape. Works fine. Yes. Give me 2 seconds. You probably will end up hearing this. Why is it not working while I'm live? Well, she's just going to have to call Scott, because this is not working. Ay, ay, ay. They know not to call me at this time. Okay, back to YouTube so I could see this. All right. There are only 18 thumbs up and 40 watching. What? You guys need to give me a thumbs up. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. It just... All right. Let's turn this back on. Hello. Turn the proper way screen. Thank you. Okay. Now I got to get myself back into this wonderful pillow chair. All right. We are going to start by, and I don't even know what I'm quilting on here. I am just going to quilt. These are my Angela Walters quiltgloves.com. Reggie's grip. That's what they're called. They're very grippy. I'm only going to put one hand on for now. That is this hand. Actually, it doesn't really matter if I have them on, because they have grips and that grabs the thing. We're going to see if I work better with or without gloves today. I didn't see if you guys said if the light was annoying or not. Just let me know if it is. A reach across. Okay, nobody said anything about it. If it is, though, I can actually cover the light. So it's no big deal. Just let me know. All right, I'm gonna start by finding my thread. And think of what I want to do on here. And I'm thinking I'm just going to squiggle down each of these seams and then squiggle the opposite way. I think that'll be my best bet, because this is such a small little project with small little spaces. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to put my needle down. I'm also going to put my foot pedal down, needle up, and then I'm going to pull this out of the way so my bobbin thread comes to the top. See that? And then I'm going to put this back down again, and I don't know why I'm even bothering with that, because I have a knee lift. I'm going to tie it off right here in space right there. Hi, Linda. Hi, Rachel. You're not late. Nobody's late if you think you're coming in late. And just for, because nobody said anything, let's just see so that you guys can see, because I can also zoom in if you need. I'll show you what it looks like without the light. So there's without the light, in case you guys want. And I can also zoom in so that you can watch. Look at that. Right on. There you go. So I can't really see comments consistently, but I'm going to try to. All right. So, you know, the cool part about these gloves, since you guys are zoomed in and can see, you can actually take it off your hand and put your fingers back in, and then it's still on your hand instead of having to take it off constantly, and or pull your fingers out like this, use your fingers real quick, and put your fingers back in the holes. So you don't actually have to take, that's the cool part about these gloves. Definitely easier to use. So now that my thread is there, my bobbin thread is at the top, blah, 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 blah. It's the light orange because I put a cover in it. I also need to zoom out just a tad. That's in, out one more, right? Come on, right there. Sorry, I'm like last second zooming. Right there. Is that better? There you go. Yeah, that's good. I think you can see more that way. Try without the light for us to see, maybe. Better without light. All right. You guys should be able to see. Now I got to get myself situated again, because remember, I'm sitting on pillow to try to at least take away some of the pain. Hands on each side of your project. You don't need them right here. Do not put your hands that close to your needle, especially since most of these feet don't have covers over that needle, and you guys have seen me run over my finger before. You need to have your hands apart. I am working next to an edge, so unfortunately that I cannot control, so I'll just grab as close to it as I can, as long as I'm holding my project. So I am going to take a few stitches in place, and now I'm just going to slowly, my speed, and adjust my hands. And I'm just going back and forth, and I'm stopping right here. I'm going to turn this so you guys can see. I'm also going to cut away. Where did my little snips go? Didn't you guys see me put them somewhere? I had them 2 seconds ago. Oh, there they are. They went behind the machine. So see, I just went back and forth. I'm just doing something super simple. So this is how you get used to your machine, is the simple stuff. So now I'm going to go and follow this seam right here, straight as I can, staying in the seam, stitching in the ditch till I get to this one. Now I'm going to turn the whole project, and I'm going to just squiggle in and out of this now. So this is just an easy, simple, get to know your machine type stitch. And it didn't matter where I was landing, as long as I was staying in. Some of it looks like I was purposely trying, I don't know if you could see, it looks like I was purposely trying to land in each seam, but I'm not actually doing that. So now I'm going to follow that ditch. This one, turn my fabric again, and go down this side. And you can tell my seams didn't connect properly. These are really, really tiny pieces, so they weren't perfect. Hi, June. Everyone's saying hi. Perfect view. Awesome. I'm glad. Glad that you guys can see it. All right, so now I'm going to go this way. And then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to follow my seam. I have one more to do that with. And I still will eventually go all the way around the whole entire thing. Now I'm going to swiggle the other way. And this whole entire time, you should also check your tension underneath. My tension is nice and beautiful. Very good. There's no problems in any of my curving. There's nothing messed up. And I don't know how well you can even see that on the screen. See, it's really nice. You can tell some of my stitches are really close and some are far apart, but you are your stitch regulator when it comes to stuff like this. So now I'm going to follow this seam right there in this corner. Turn the whole project. I'm going to come down just a smidge. I'm going to turn it again, and now I'm going to squiggle my way across this one. And see, I stopped and I'm adjusting my hands. You don't want to get your hands too far up. You want to keep them down with your project. So if you're going beyond your thumbs, reposition. So if you're going like this, if my thumbs were right here, I would have stopped anyway and repositioned. Make sure you never go beyond your reach. So now I'm going to turn this way, go across that seam, go on to this next one, and I'm just going to squiggle down this. And I'm just trying to do this quick because I actually have another project to do. I'm just going to try to rush through it. Squiggle again. Stop. Squiggle. Turn it. Follow my seam. Turn it. Squiggle. Wow, I'm really messing my stitches up. They're either too tight or too loose. That's okay. I'll show you guys when it's completely done. You can probably see what I'm doing here. Look at how fast that was going. Stop right there in that. Come down that seam. Turn it around. Go back the other way. I got one more pass to do this way, and then I don't know what to do because it's really on the edge. Now I'm just going to go all the way around the whole entire thing by stitching in the ditch. You can take your time with that if you want. You guys can tell I'm rusty at this. It's been a long time since I sat in frame racing. You know, free motion stitch in a ditch is way easier to line up than using a foot, I think, because you can watch where your needle is landing. All right, so here was my starting point. Now I don't know what to do. You can see what I have done. So let me hold it up so you can see. All I did was squiggle back and forth. I was my stitch regulator, so you can see some stitches are big. Some are not. You can tell where I put the pedal to the metal, like right there has a pedal to the metal area. Unfortunately, I have a controller for this. I just don't want to use it because there's no point. You got to learn to adjust yourself. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yes, I chose a bag so that I can make it in a live stream. Hi, Doris from Tennessee. That's TN, right? Tennessee? Yeah, I think so. From Kingston. Awesome. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all you newbies. All right, let's see. Let's do, I haven't done this in a while. Let's do ribbon candy, I guess. Let's see how well I can do that here. So I'm going to go up, make a curve, come down into that curve, and just kind of back and forth. Haven't done it in a while, and it's probably going to look poopy. So let's see. I'm going to go very slow while I... Oh yeah, that's poopy. Very poopy. And that's going to be hidden in the binding anyway. What the hey? Whatever. At least I'm doing something, being productive. On the machine, on the long arm, I can do this way better. All right, let's see. I'm getting my rhythm going now, guys. Now it's starting to look better. Oh, now I'm off. Adjust my hands again. I'm also doing this without, it's just got the glue holding it down. So I'm trying to hold the fabric down as best as possible. So there's my ribbon candy. I guess that's not bad for not doing it in a long time. Once I get a rhythm going, I'm good. I guess. It looks like I've gotten smaller. So I'm going to stop right here, turn the whole project, and I guess during each side, I'm going to do my best to just do the whole side. So since I'm like right here on the edge, I'm going to be very, very careful about this. Come in, holding it nice and tight. There we go. This is so sloppy. I can't believe what I'm doing here. And I'm going slow with my machine and with my hands. If I speed up just a little, it might do a little bit better. You guys have probably seen a lot of other free motion quilters do this one. You can tell I'm not very good at it. And I don't really do this every day. Yes, that is pretty sloppy, but the binding is going to cover that edge. So I didn't even have to come to the edge on this one. So, all right. Hope that didn't wiggle you guys too much. Now let's go back the opposite way. Let's see. You got to make sure in your brain you're like putting it differently. So I'm going to come up here and do this back and forth again, except I'm going the opposite way. I got to grab this end first and get it under this right here. Oops, that was really bad right there. You got to train your brain to be able to go both ways. I'm going to stop my hand. Oh my, it's so sloppy, but I don't care. And I broke my thread. And you really actually don't want to cut your thread like that with the thread cutter, but I'm so used to it because now I got to be able to bring it to the top. And there's just going to be, oops, why did I just do that? I don't know why. Get in there. Gotta get this little tiny piece of thread from using the thread cutter. Okay. She gets so slow. I think, sometimes, I guess. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put my needle down where I was. Oops. Pull up that bobbin thread. I can sometimes not put the pedal to the metal. I'm going to tie it off. I'm also going to try to find my snips. Leave them right here on the project for a second. Move that out of the way. Move over just a bit because it didn't go under my foot. Pull that out and snip it. Only thing about having gloves on is your thread actually sticks to them and doesn't want to come off. Take 2 seconds. There we go. Got to use the fingers that aren't covered. Open the box and just take the parts out one at a time. All right. There we go. Back the other way. Do it again. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. And now I'm going to be going back this way from this edge to that edge. So, I mean, they kind of look okay, but they kind of don't look okay. They start looking horrible at first, and then they start looking nice, and then they get to horrible again when I get to the ends. You could also go this way if you're more comfortable with it. So you just turn it whatever way you're comfortable, but it's nice to be able to tell your brain that you can go more than one way. Okay, I'll get this edge with my finger real quick. You probably can't see that my hand is blocking. I'm also in that position I told you guys about where grabbing this like this kind of helps, you know. And I broke thread again. See, that's what happens when I go fast. I break thread. On this machine, that is. Gotta stay at a decent, consistent speed, Tiffy. Decent, consistent speed. I am quilting a little mug rug. Oh, Speedy is back. Yeah, I'm trying to be slow. You know how hard it is to not put my pedal to the metal? Let me tell you. I have so much problems. That's where this little thingy comes in handy to thread this needle, because I 100% cannot thread a needle anymore these days. All right, where was I? I was right here. All right, I'm going to drop it down just a smidge before where it ended, so that way those stitches don't come undone. I'm also going to pull that out of the way. Let's pull that up. Pull that. Okay, I'm on thread. There we go. It never got cut, so it's both pieces. So I'm going to show you this. Like on the long arm, it's the same thing. So let's find the end of this. Right here, you can see this is 2 pieces of thread. I have it through the needle, or through the scissors, so I'm going to cut it. One of these is going to pull, one of these is going to not pull. One is stuck to the fabric. Let's see if I can split them with my gloves on. So this one feels stuck, this one is pulling. So this other one right here is on the back side. So just thought I'd let you guys know that that one is the one that will need to be cut off on the back. So I'm going to cut them. Pull them all out. That short one is the one that's on the back. So it's good because now it's pulled to the top and it's snipped away. So this is the consistency right here. I need to keep my foot right here. Oh, please don't bunch up right there. I'm on that last and final corner. And there we go. And now I'm going to stitch all the way around the edge. Only because I'm going to be doing binding on there later anyway. Just want to make sure it's down nice and tight and flat. I don't want it lifting up under binding. Normally I wouldn't have stitched my stitches that close to an edge either, but I really don't care. It's just a mug rug. Almost to where I started. And to tie it off properly up and down with your needle a few times, pick your needle up, pull your project out of the way completely. Then if you want to pull it back through, pull your needle back down, and there, it brings that bobbin to the top, and then you can snip it away, both of them, and then you shouldn't have anything long hanging from the back. So here is my little mug rug. This is probably one of the worst projects I've done in a long time, but I don't really care because I really don't care. I did go around every single one, right? Yep, 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 and yep. All right, let me bring the camera out. Let me, there we go. And there we go. So there it is. It's zoomed out. How's that for haven't practiced in a very long time? So there's Mr. Mug Rug. Give me 2 seconds. My daughter messaged and I can't pull that other screen up because I don't want to kick it off live stream. Sorry for the wiggling. Give me 2 seconds. All right. She was asking me over for dinner. That's what she was doing. Oy. All right. Looks good, looks good. You can help me get a grill out of the car. You have a grill stuck in the car. Hi, BJ. Okay, so it's not perfect by no means. The more you keep going, the more you keep going, the more consistent things look. I definitely did better on this pass, I think, than any other pass. From afar, who cares? Actually, this pass looks a little bit better. Starts looking clean and then it looks messy. But I really don't care. So I'm going to turn it right here to this area and we're going to trim it off. Make it nice and straight with a ruler somewhere around here. There's one. This isn't a very big one. This is quite small. That would be wonderful to chop myself up. Do not cut with gloves on. That's retarded. Pull it up. See, I can leave it on my arm. I'm not going to bind it, obviously, because I have to do another project still. So I'll tell you how big this is in just a minute, but let me finish trimming it. It is 9 3/8 by 13.5. So, and that's all I had left over. So that's just all going to go in the garbage because I really don't need any of that. It's not much. So here's what the back looks like. Quite simple and easy. It's not much to it besides the fact that it has yuck on it. So there's that. All trimmed up, little mug rug. It will get binding when I find binding for it or make binding for it. I have a bunch of pre-made binding I was thinking about trying because I have tons of different colors. So there's that. So now I'm going to put that back. We're going to go up with the camera for a few minutes. I'm going to turn it back this way so you guys could see me. And then I'll show you the other one I'm doing. So here is table runner. Again, these are all from the scraps from episode 41 and 42 of the Insomniac series. These are the scraps from doing the rail fence for those. So there's that. I did them pretty much equal. They go together. They match somehow, some way. So there's that. So now let's do something with this one. I don't know how close I'll get with this one, but the camera's going to be on the back side of me instead of the front. Okay? Because I can't really do it from the front. Let me read comments for a second before I get started again, because... Okay. Looks good, looks good. Hi, Sarah. Didn't see. Hi, Nita. Hi, Becca. Better. You guys aren't late. I'm still going, obviously. All right. Okay, got to this thing. Okay, get a car. Get a grill out of the car. You're gonna have to take it out of the box. However you got the box in the car, you should be able to get it out of the car. What are you quilting? Obviously, I got to that. Okay, Speedy is back. I'm trying to be slow, trying to do whatever. Cooking house for winter, lawn barbecue, chicken, potatoes, onions, and sounds good. Can't cook in the snow. Sorry, late, Sharon. I'm late to the party. You're not late. Nobody's late. Yeah, I made you ask. Keep talking about cooking. I know I'm hungry. Yesterday it was a mixture of everything. Everybody around me was having barbecues. Speaking of yesterday, how was everybody's 4th? And I, right now, here and now, am going to make a big, huge shout out to my mom. Happy birthday, Mom. I'll call you, though, and tell you. But happy birthday, Miss Elizabeth. If you're watching, because you probably are, sneakily watching me. My mom is now 26, I think. I'm not sure. She could be 24. I don't know. I'm not paying attention. It's kind of funny. Hi, Kathleen. The same thing. Lego fireworks. Okay, but how was everybody's 4th? Did you guys all? Some of you don't like fireworks. Some of you do. Some of you have pets that don't like it. Some of you do. We had all of our neighbors around us like crazy setting off fireworks, and the girls just had a blast. And then because they were having such a blast, the people behind our house is an Airbnb. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but people rent it for weekends, holidays, month long, whatever. And it's supplied with all the furniture and beds and sheets and blankets and so on and so forth. Anything that's needed. You know, it's got a refrigerator, it's got dishes if you want to cook, it's got everything. You just bring your toothbrush pretty much and it's whatever. They had a bunch of people over there last night and they were younger, like, I don't know, under 25. I don't think any of them were over 25. And they had fireworks and they were setting them off. And they were doing it in the backyard because the girls were playing in the backyard. And the only thing we got them was sparklers because Triana likes to run around with the sparklers. And so we're doing the fireworks, and then Mama shows up to pick up the girls. But instead of picking them up, she actually was staying because she knew that there'd be more fireworks on this side of town than anywhere. And yes, there was, because literally all of my neighbors were doing the sky high fireworks, which doesn't bother us. I had to keep the cover off the pool, which kind of sucks because the embers and the little, cardboard things that fireworks blow up from, they land, once they go in the sky, they got to land somewhere. And if they would have landed on the cover, they would have burned the cover of the pool. So instead we just let them fall in the water and we clean the pool out later. So there was a lot of little pieces of cardboard in the pool today. But the neighbors behind us were setting off fireworks in the backyard and they were doing a show, and Triana was like, "Are you guys done yet? Are you done yet?" She was really like interested. So one of the ladies came over and asked us if we wanted to shoot one off. One of the sky high blow up things, and she'd bring us the thing that you drop it in and light it in so that it can shoot up into the sky, the tunnel for it or sleeve or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, she brings over this stuff because I said, yeah, sure. She gave me 4 of them. So the girls had a blast watching Tiffy set off 4, not just one. The lady actually gave me 4 blow it up in the sky ones, and they shot up super high, and the girls were like, sausage just going crazy. Oh my God, yay! And yeah, they were like so excited. And yeah, they had a blast because not only were the people behind us doing it, but then you can see from our house, you can see the show that the town puts on perfectly. And then the neighbors across the street were doing it. The neighbors down the street were doing it. And literally, if we were to go on the roof, it's 360-degree angle of fireworks everywhere. So yeah, it was awesome that they gave us fireworks and shared with the girls, and they were like interacting with the kids, like it was really cool. They had a great time. So we did too, obviously, watching the girls be so happy. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes from my mom. She'll probably see this. Sometimes she just sneakily is in the background of my videos. Let's see. Watched fireworks from the city, sat inside the car, worked from the kitchen. Fireworks bother my cat. He has a rill on my lap. Hadn't stay home either. Had a difficult situation with my pup. Double meds didn't work. Was literally being in a war zone. The end hours of the night might have been a great visual, but stayed in to help him. Aw. Enjoying the night. That's amazing. My neighbors finally quit at 3 a.m. Second night in a row. I'm so you know what? My neighbors did the same thing. I don't think it wasn't the ones across the street. We know all of them. I think it was the ones 3 more houses. Yeah, because there's the mom, the dad, mom and dad's house, and the other guy's house. Yeah, 3 houses down. But across the street, I think they were doing it. They probably got in late and decided to shoot off their fireworks, and they did it from like 11:45 until 3 something in the morning. The night before was till 4 o'clock in the morning, though. I can hear them. Just sounds like bangs. The last night kept Scott awake, surprisingly. Usually he sleeps through that kind of stuff. Quiet by 10. Happy birthday to my mom. Take grandson to see the fireworks as soon as the help got done. Happy birthday. Thank you. Tiff, your haircut looks nice. Thank you. Yep, I did it the other day because I needed a haircut, and I think I'm going to be needing more haircut. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm also going to zoom you guys back in. I kind of think I want to do the same exact thing, but I also kind of think I want to just go from corner to corner and follow these properly and just echo around thing. I think that's what I want to do. Just go from one side to the other, to the other, to the other. And if you start at one end and go all the way, you can actually make yourself all the way through this whole entire thing. And then the edge I'll figure out after I get the middle done. So I just make myself a route and follow it. I'm going to take a drink of water real quick, and then I'll zoom you guys in. And I'm super warm in here, even though my fan is on. All right. So I don't want the quilt top to get in the way and hit the camera a bazillion times. So I'm going to go just a little bit closer. I'm going to tip you just a little bit down, and then I'm going to zoom in. And you'll probably see more of my boobies than anything. Sorry. I just have to say it because it'll be like right there. Right there. That'll be perfect. That's probably the perfect angle. There we go. So I'm going to leave it right there. I can see the thing. Okay. So I'm literally going to, I'm just going to go, you can see right here, from corner to corner, all the way around. So I'm just going to find my way back and forth all the way around. And I'm going to get myself all comfortable again because, again, I'm sitting on pillows. It's so annoying, but unfortunately I have to do what I have to do. I noticed right off your hair. Looks fabulous. Thank you. Did you see an amazing moon? Oh, yes, the moon was so beautiful last night. I was so surprised, Fran. We had fireworks and a big fancy moon. Oh, man, it was so cool. Ooh, this tablet's not going to last very long. It's dying. My phone is plugged in, though, so that's a plus. All right, so I'm going to start right here at this corner. I'm going to make my way around the same way I would do on the long arm, except I'm going to be working from this down, back up, down, back up, down, back up. Usually I would work on the long arm from the left to the right, but I'm just going to go from right here. So I'm going to bring my needle up, or my bobbin up. And normally you can use your knee lift. So I can use my knee lift, get it where I want it, tie my stitches off. And then I'm just going to move it out of the way temporarily because it gets stuck to these gloves. That's the downside to these gloves. And I'm going to aim from this to this, but I'm going to go up and to it. So it's kind of what I did on the last one, except the last one I just squiggled around. So this one I'm just going to aim for it with a bump like that. And this I could probably stitch a little bit better than I stitched the last stuff. All right, so I'm gonna cut that off. I shouldn't need to cut anything for a while as long as I stay consistent with my speed. The cool part about some things when you're free motion quilting is some things that you choose to do are easy because you can just follow what's in the fabric already. So if I wanted to trace flowers, you can follow that. If I wanted to trace the lines in it, I can do that. But right now I'm just kind of curving around from block to block. So I'm not directly stitching on it. I'm just going above it like that, from corner to corner. So I'm just gonna go from corner to corner. And I'm gonna try to stay consistent. And there's me wanting to speed with my foot. And I keep saying I'm gonna slow myself down, but I can't manage to slow down. I have so many problems with slowing down. All right, so I'm going to go right here to this one. My machine did not sound like it wanted to go that way, but we did it anyway. And now I'm going to go back up, over this way, up, over this way, this way. And I broke thread. I kind of knew that was going to happen. My machine, some machines do and some machines don't like to go certain ways when free motion quilting. That's why I should have started from the other side. Whatever, I will do it. And this is not going to work with my fingies. Oh, wait, is it there? No, 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 no. Screw it. You can tell I cannot thread a needle anymore, right? I don't know how to use this stupid threader on my machine. After almost 3 full years, I still can't use it. Oops, let's pull that down. There we go. All right. Pulling my bobbin to the top. No, it seems like I'm wasting bobbin, huh? Or wasting thread, period. I might need a new needle. That's what that weird sound is. So I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna clip this way before I do anything else. Try to throw that in the trash. Hi, Teresa. We were an issue with smoke most nights, so that you could taste it. Really stopped to pray my neighbors as I hit roof with water 20 minutes time. We lived in a war zone. My goodness, it was a lot here. So now I'm gonna go from this side to this side. I'm gonna stop and then I'm gonna come from back here back up to this other side, creating pretty much like a weird, not oval, but whatever. I kind of think you guys are like two-faced down. Tip it back up just a little bit. Sorry, get it right. Right there. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. All right. So I'm gonna go from here back to this corner, again, looping around as I go back. Just curving it. So I'm gonna go from here to here. You can make your curves as big as you want. So I'm gonna get here to the top, but I'm not gonna go back this way. Instead, I'm gonna go back down the other way, because this top, when I get to the other end finally, is when I'll come back this way, the whole way. It's gonna be my way out. So from here, instead of going back to the right, I'm gonna go down now on the opposite side, so on my left side. So from the corner to corner. And then I'm just going to consistently go from corner to corner, 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 to corner. And now I'm going to turn it so that you guys can see. I went like this, like that, like that, like that. It's very simple, easy to do. It's pretty much following within the blocks. It's highlighting them. Yeah, makes it easy. So when you go back this way, you will stop, and then I'm going to go from this block back to the right, stop, back to the left, stop, back to the top, readjust my hands, go to the right, go to the left, go to the top, and broke thread again. Oh my goodness, what's wrong today? I have no idea. Guess it's not like today, but my tension is good. My tension is great. I don't know why it's not liking me today. It's because of my speed up and slow down and going the wrong way. My machine hates going upward when free motion quilting. It's weird, like pushing back, you know, it's weird. You guys will probably remember it with older videos where I did free motion only instead of long arm. Let's find that darn bobbin thread again. It's a good thing it's landing in the corners, because that makes it so much easier. Off. And my snips, snip it away. No, it's not a new needle. Well, it's new when I started the project, the rail fence. You guys saw me do that. I put in a new needle, but I guess it doesn't last that long. Like I said, it doesn't like going back up this way. I don't know why. It never has. Especially in a fast motion like I just did right now. I'm trying to stay consistent, but I'm a pedal to the metal person. So unfortunately, I struggle with that. All right, here we go. Try not to hit the camera too. Comment if have you seen used used the scrolls with writing designs you can trace onto your quilt and follow? I'd love to design one or try it pie made through. I reckon I ought to finish a quilt first. the scroll things. Let me see. Hold on. Stay right there. Are you talking about these? Oh my goodness. Come on. The pin is on there. Too tight. Okay. You're talking about these things right here? Oops. It's a roll of papers and you follow it and then you tear it away when you're done. Yeah, I don't really like these. The paper rips, I don't know, it rips funny. I have a couple of them and I really don't like them. But I did think that, you know, maybe I could like design something else single wise with it, but I just haven't done that. So yeah, I have these. I just don't like them. I did quilt with elephants that way, an elephant design. And yeah, I didn't like doing it. Pulling the paper away, you actually still have to do tight stitches. So you have to have your stitch length really small. So it made it a little bit hard. It's not a pantograph. You can use it as a pantograph if you lay it out just right. So yeah, Brenda, it's not a panto, but it's a piece of paper that you stick on here wherever you want to stick it, and then you quilt that area. You quilt the direction it says to quilt. I don't like them, but because you have to have a really tight stitch length to rip the paper away, or you're going to break your stitches. It's just, it makes no sense. So it can be used as pantos though. And it happened again. I'm going to change my needle out and see if that fixes my problem real quick, guys. I did piece all this too with it, so it's probably the problem. Give me 2 seconds. Hi, Diane and Melinda. And who else has this came in? Anyone else has come in? There's one, trace of visible ink, and you can reuse it. That's the ones I'm thinking of. Pantograph. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have those. I don't like the sew on the paper, rip it off ones, though, that I have. All right, where is the needle? Right here. Okay, give me 2 seconds, guys, to change out a needle real quick. 14. Doesn't take very long on this machine. Get to wash it. Ouch. And I'm going to do it away from this because I have to make sure that I'm lining my hole up, because sometimes the needle doesn't always line with my hole properly. It's a fresh needle too. Come on. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. There we go. There we go. You're in there. All right. Let's back up, but I don't tighten it all the way. I always push it down, and nope, I need to push my needle just a little. I know this seems so weird doing this, but these needles don't come the alignedness of my hole. It's so weird. The Juki, the hole wasn't made big enough for needles. There we go. Perfect. Because I've hit the hole like a bazillion times over time, and it's ruined the plate. All right. I'm going to cut this off the back of the quilt real quick. Rethread. Feed it through the new needle. Okay. Let's see if this makes a difference. Where was I? Where was I? Right there. This one stopped in the middle. All right. Anyone talk to or hear from T? No, I haven't heard from her in a few days. Hi, Georgia. Hi, everyone. You make free motion look easy. It's easy. This at least part is easy. This isn't hard, besides the fact that my thread kept breaking, but it should change now that I put a new needle in. Gonna try this. It's so simple. I have you guys up close. I'm just going from one corner to the other by curving, and you could always make your way back out. I just follow a path and see it wasn't stitching again. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely still threaded. This wasn't stitching. And I like to get rid of that extra thread, even though I went past to it, so I'll get the rest of it in a second. It's not the new needle. It's probably my crap thread. Who knows? Or my seed, or the fact that I'm going backwards. Because, like I said, it doesn't like to go back up that way. It's very finicky when it comes to that. That's why I usually stick with little designs. All right, so I'm going from one corner. I cannot hold my foot on the pedal properly right now. That's why you guys heard the inconsistency. And see, I just broke the thread again. It wasn't the needle. It's this going backwards thing. It does it every time. Every time I free motion quilt anything like this. I just got to slow down. Got to slow down. I'm not going to be able to thread this. Just know it would. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. No, no, no. Oh, yay, I did it. Didn't need my little threader. So my thread is still hooked, so I'm going to move that out of the way just a little so you guys could see. I'm going to pull up those two threads again when this happens. It's going to have two pieces. So I'm going to pull it away. And I have a folded piece of thread. I'm going to snip that. And the one that pulls is the one that's fresh. And the one that doesn't pull is the one that was on the bottom. And you can just snip that away. Sometimes that happens. Some people don't know you can actually do that. I do it on the long arm all the time. Because you notice my thread isn't breaking on my way down. It's only breaking on my way back up. So it's definitely just the finickiness of the machine going back up. Hi, Eric. Hi, Robin. Somebody's saying hello to Sarah. Everyone's saying hi to Eric. Hold on, I'm scrolling through comments because I'm probably missing stuff. I'm saying, hi, Georgia, okay. Eric saying hi to everyone. My brother 1500 is the same problem. There was a direction it would not go, was like a pain. Yeah, this is definitely a pain. It just doesn't like to go back this way up. It's fine going down, it's fine going side to side, but it does not like to go back up. So at least I have a fresh needle in. I just got to slow myself down on the other one. She put up a video last Wednesday. I contacted her on, so that would be Saturday probably. I haven't heard from her in a couple days, so she's probably okay. She's just working on things. She's busy. We're all busy. My busyness is doctor's offices, but yeah. She probably didn't do a live because, yeah, there's lots of stuff going on. Almost like a cathedral window. Exactly, Linda. That's exactly what I'm doing pretty much. Hi, Cheryl. One thing. Hi, blah, 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 blah. Where am I interested in the gloves? These ones, okay. The cool part about these gloves, these are the ones Angela Walters uses. They're Reggie grips. They are at quiltinggloves.com. There's, okay, they have little dots on them. Can you hear that in the microphone? They're little dots. So, okay. that they're grippy. So my hands don't move. You actually have to pick up your hand to move. See, they're really, really grippy. This one's losing a little bit of its grip, but this one is super grippy. The second part is if you are in a hurry, you don't actually have to take the glove off. So you want to like do something like change the needle, pull them up like this, or you need to cut something, pull them up, and then you just like slip them back onto your hands like this. They're really cool. They were a gift to me from a subscriber, and I really I like them better than the Machine Girls gloves that I have. I didn't like the big the fact that the Machine Girls had the plastic grippy on the tips of the fingers, because to me I couldn't grab thread that way or move a piece of thread out of the way. These ones I at least can pick thread up. As you can see, I can pick thread up easily and move it. It does stick to these very easily, so I just use my other two fingers to get rid of the thread when I drop it into the trash. I just pull it off the gloves that way. But I really like them. They're easy. You could still thread the needle. You guys just saw. It allows the hand not to sweat as bad. The other gloves, my hands really did sweat a lot. So you have more control over your hands, and I don't know, I guess their design is ergonomic, you know, like, because you can still do other things. Your hands are still free. If you need to touch your screen, you know, I could touch my screen still by scrolling using the finger. So, I mean, it depends on what you want from your gloves. These I like better than my other gloves. That's all I got to say. So, I don't usually wear gloves, but when I do, I wear these because I can do it without gloves, especially this. And as you can see, going down, I have no issues. It's going back up is my problem. So it's definitely my machine being finicky. Some machines are that way, some are not. So I just got to watch my speed, I guess. So I don't really want to go too slow though. So I'm going to slow my machine down to where I feel I'm not speeding, but I can speed. There we go. And it broke again. Stupid thing. It's being finicky. Screw it. I'm just going to do that. Like that. Slow down, Tiffy. There's no other way. I still have to go back up no matter which way I do this. So don't get too mad though. It doesn't help that I'm not really sitting in the correct position. I'm really hunched over. As you can see, you can still thread a needle if you're not shaky like I am. Or not, I still use my other thingy, which is not going to work with the gloves on, but I like the gloves. There we go. Whatever, that gets it done. Can you spin the quilt instead of going back? I could go sideways, yes. Let's see. Let me get this on here real quick, and then I'll just let's see if I can. Oops, got to bring that bobbin up real quick because I trimmed it. Come on. All right, let's turn it this way. Go sideways. Where did it end? Ended right there. Let's see. Trim that away. Toss it. Let's try to do this. It's going to be the same either way it goes. As long as I'm going back and forth, up and down. I really don't care. So it's a shorter distance going this way. I do have to adjust more this way though. And it broke. I don't know. It's not the going. It's just, it doesn't like me today. Could be the thread too. It's not the best thread in the world for free motion quilting. But it was the only color I had that was light and not white. So I'm just going to work with it. Breakage or not. I will eventually get this It will eventually be finished, sooner or later. At least that one broke in a corner. Okay, I went really slow on that to make sure. I'm a speed demon, so on a regular machine, I'm like super duper on the long arm. I'm so quick at it. Okay, now I'm going to turn the whole thing, come down this side and turn it to the side again. I think, I don't know. It doesn't matter which way I go, honestly, anymore. As long as I'm consistent. Oops, I didn't come out that far on that one. Oh well. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to care. And see, my arms are already starting to get tired, so this is what I'm doing. If you guys just joined, just going around, 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 and around. So like it was said before, like a cathedral window, or corner to corner to corner to corner with a curve, or however you want to name it. It's very simple. I started at the very top, so this is not done on this edge right here because that's my exit. So I'm going all the way through, back and forth, and that is my exit. So I'm just going to slow my speed and try to go back this way. Just slow it up a little, that's all, because I wasn't having too much trouble if I, you know, because I'm talking about it and it breaks. I give up. No, don't give up. Just keep going. Even with thread breaks. I don't have any other color thread that matches this, unfortunately, guys, so I can't. Where did I put my there? My scissors. Oh. My little birdie. I heard it called orange peel. That could be what it is too. I don't know what they call it. I just go corner to corner to corner to corner. That's how I do it. And if I don't finish this tonight, you guys know I'll finish it sooner or later. No big deal. I'll get frustrated enough later and be like, okay, I'm going to go finish that now. It's weird. It's like on camera, it has to act it. That's how it works. Oh, now it's not going to even grab thread. Am I out of bobbin? Not out of bobbin. All right, let's find where I was. Some people choose not to free motion quilt because they see problems like this, but I want you guys to know in real life, this does happen. Some machines, if you guys were to do it on the little brother that I have, that one's even more finicky. But like I said, I can run any thread through this machine. It just doesn't like any thread, I guess, for free motion quilting right now. Or any needle or anything. It's just not liking me. It says, stop what you're doing and go eat food, Tiffy. See, if I go consistently slow, then I'm good. And watch I say it and it's going to change things. I don't know if I can consistently stay at this speed. And I broke thread, so it's not really broke actually. It's still, oh, it's still through the needle, sort of. There we go. Hold on. I had just a little problem, so I'm going to re-drop the tie off. Should be stitching now. There we go. Sometimes that happens too. I think it's my thread, honestly. The backwards and the thread. I think that's what it is. Yeah. On who's it from?
Linda Merritt.
Linda, I just got your mail. Scott picked it up from the post office.
From Scott Street. She lives on Scott Street.
Okay, well, you don't have to say that kind of stuff.
I didn't
Scott
say
just
where.
Scott went and got the mail. So Linda, your package that you sent me is here. If you want me to open it live on cam, I will. If not, then I don't have to. Okay, just thought I'd ask.
I just thought that was cool. Scott. Lives on Scott Street.
Just clean this machine too. Definitely don't like this thing. Linda, I know you're here, so let me know if you want me to open it on camera. I usually don't open mail live. You guys know that I try not to unless somebody says it's okay. So again, thread sticks to these gloves. That's about one of the good things, or one of the good not good things. At least you can pick up all the thread. You can run your hands across and it's like a thread picker upper. It was interesting to see her pantograph quilting video. Whose pantograph quilting video? Look like a long army wanting to write all over again. Practice everything. Video is called How to Make Home Quilting Look Like Long Arm. So easy with Laura. Watch it, you'll understand. Okay, the breaks are frustrating. I keep going whether it's good or not. I haven't watched any Laura with So Very Easy lately, but I can go look later. Not right now. Anyway, all right, back to this. I'm not going to give up. That's the whole point. Most people just give up and walk away. I am here to tell you that you don't need to give up. Just keep going. And if it does frustrate you too much more, like mine is going to start doing soon, then take a break. But I'm 100% sure mine is just my machine being finicky and this thread. But that's okay. It's really, really dusty cotton thread too. It's annoying. Oh, that one's the moving one. That one's not the moving one. Okay. If I stay consistent, it looks nice. So if you go like this, you can clean your thread up. And then toss it if it'll come off your fingers. Open it now. Yes. Okay. We're going to take a mail break while this is just annoying me and see what I got in the mail from Linda. All right. Let me zoom back out. Oops. Sorry for the shaking, guys. Tip you up and over that way. You guys are going to see my full body right now walking over there. Just to warn you, I look like skin and bones, and that's because I'm really sick. I'm not going to show her address. She sent a package, so I'm not letting you see the address. So here's the package. I can't see comments because I didn't bring them over with me. Don't worry, these are my paper only scissors. Cool little 2-4 gloves too. Gotta love that. Yeah, these are pretty easy to wear gloves. Come on. Can you tell I don't open much mail? My goodness. Why is it not opening? Stickers right across the top. Okay. All right. There is, oops, a letter inside. I really think you have a great imagination when it comes to making a quilt. I know you have heard it many times, but I am so sorry you are so sick with everything. Life sucks. Down to what this is. I was looking in Missouri Star and saw this material and thought of you. I hope you like. I also watched your video on you cutting up the scraps, and when you showed your bag that was overflowing. I thought I have some in March a year ago. I got my, I think that's son, and sometimes I can't read cursive writing, so don't get mad at me, Linda. In March a year ago, and I got my son and I knew, got my aunt and a new mattress, which came with sheets and pillow. Okay, so you got yourself a new mattress. So I have had these bags. I hope you enjoy. You can read this on a video. All right. And it has a thank you Missouri Star card in it. And first thing in here is a butterfly fabric. Does it say how much of it is? Quality too, so it's probably 2 yards because it says quality. So here, Linda sent me this. Yep, that's, ooh, that's so pretty. Look at all those butterflies. And the background is like etched with flowers. Trying to think of the name of that flower. It's tropical. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of it, but some of you might know. Oh, it's so pretty. And the color is like a soft bluish purple on the background. I know my screen probably don't show the color that well, but it's like a blend of both because there's blue and purple in it. So here's 2 yards of that. So thank you. And then, it's called Pansy Paradise by oh my God, I hate getting names wrong. Chongha Huang? Okay. From Timeless Treasures. Sorry. Some designers' names I'm not sure about. All right, so there's that, and there's more in here. And then these she's talking about. For my ripping fabric bags. So yay, I have some scrap bags. Put my ripping fabric bags in the trash. So that works. Oh, look, they have a little side area so I can, they're nice and soft like a fabric. Maybe these won't rip compared to my other ones. So now I can keep stuff in them. So she sent 2 of those from her brand new stuff from her mattresses, what the letter said. So I got myself some bags now to keep my fabric in. So thank you, Linda, for the awesome gifts. The fabric is amazing. And now I can clean up my disaster bag. And if you guys don't remember what she was talking about, let me grab it to show you. If it'll come out. My big hole in the bag because it ripped. So I've been sliding it and keep it from ripping further down because it's been ripping. So yeah, some people notice those things, and I keep my scraps in these kind of bags. Yeah. So this is awesome. Thank you, Linda, very, very, very much. It smells like Missouri Star. They have a certain scent to their fabric that comes from their shop. All right, so there's that. I'm just gonna leave it over here and get back over here. I love butterflies. You guys all know. I have like this collection of butterfly fabric from everybody now that's just coming in little by little. All right, let's put this back now over here. And then turn the camera back over here. And if I keep having some thread breakage, I will finally just turn and stop. But let's see how it goes for a minute more. See if I can't control it. Let's zoom you back in. Come on. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. I like that you guys can see zoomed in, but it's hard to move this little mount that the phone is on. There we go. Keep yours. I have those too, Sharon. Empty kitty litter buckets filled with scraps. Those are the ones that are out in the garage, though, that I need to go through. But I have 2 in here because they're tubs. But yeah. So again, thank you, Linda. That was very awesome. I love butterfly fabric. Everybody knows that. I'm going to have so much of it one of these days. I'm going to have to make every single butterfly fabric quilt or something. Burst out laughing with you, Smelly. Sometimes certain stores smell a certain way. Like the stuff I've gotten from Jordan Fabrics has a weird scent to it. It's almost like, I can't say stale. It kind of smells like rain. You know, like right after rain. It's like their shop smells like rain, maybe because they live in a place in Oregon that constantly rains or something, and the smell seeps into the store. But to me, everything from Jordan Fabrics smells like rain. And Missouri Star, the last couple things I've gotten from them have a different scent. Like I don't know how to explain that scent. It's like it smells like brand new fabric off a bolt, but it has like a cardboardy smell. I can tell. I'm really noticeable to smells lately. So thank you very much. Now let's quilt. And I'm pretty sure somebody else told me that there was going to be mail tomorrow. So Scott will go back tomorrow for mail as well. If anybody ever sends me mail, just let me know if you want me to open it live or not, because I can open it live. I just choose not to usually. And if you could see my face, I usually choose not to open mail live because sometimes the things that people send me or the letters they write are very private to them, and it's between me and them. So that's why most of my mail doesn't get open live, if anybody's curious. I'm not a box opener, so I don't open boxes. It doesn't bother me to if someone says they want me to show it. So I do show you guys the things that I get from people, though, and I tell you as well. I usually say, oh, this fabric that I'm using right now was a gift from, or like these gloves, these were a gift from someone, or like my little, I love this stupid thing, this little threader. I mean, this was a gift from someone, and I just realized that this threader has a cutter. What? All this time I've had it, and it has a thread cutter on it too. What? That's a cutter, isn't it? Definitely is a cutter. It's kind of hard to hold with these gloves on. It looks like a cutter. Feels like a cutter. It looks like a cutter. It's got to be a cutter. I can't hold it with these gloves. It's a cutter. There is a thread cutter on here, and this whole entire time I didn't know that. Can you see that, guys? Let me see if I can't hold it against this. Ow, that's going to poke me. See that? It's a cutter. I love it even more. Oh, look at that. So the needle comes out to thread the needle. I love this thing. Somebody got this on Becca's live today, one of these. These things are so awesome. So you're lucky to get that if you're here on my chat right now. Because this thing is, I grab it every time. All right, let's go. More quilting. More quilting. Less tapping for me. I seem to not do what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm talking. I thought the cutter at the back of the wings. Is there one at the back of the wings? Nope. It's at the top only. So it's right here. This little slat right here. There's a cutter in there. See how close I can get it so you see. It should focus. I'm holding it close so you could see. I didn't know that, guys. That whole time. What a dummy I am not to see that. Okay, I'm going to try something so that I'm always going downward. Let's see if it works. So I'm going to go downward, and then I'm going to turn it and go downward, and so on and so forth. Less thread breaks this way. As long as I have my way out, which I should. Sorry, and that's probably shooting up and you can't see what I'm doing. It's definitely thread breaking from going the other way. I'm telling you guys right now, my machine doesn't want me to sew back that way. It's fine with me going this way. Downward. So I'm just going to sew downward. And then sideways word and downward. As long as it's staying on my lap nicely. Could you imagine if your machine only does that and you're doing the king? I would be very, very, very frustrated. But since this is just a table runner, I think I'm in the clear because now I can just see this. And I broke thread. I shouldn't have said anything. I jinxed it. This is funny. I'm having one of those days, guys.
All right, do you want me to read some comments?
If you want to, because I'm having one of those times with my thread breaking over and over and over. Scott's in here. He's going to comment, read.
Well, yeah, we did that last week. It was fun.
He enjoyed being here last week, guys, because he was able to read for me and I didn't have to stop the whole time.
Oh, did you open it?
Yep, Linda asked me to open it.
What was it?
It is
It looks cute.
the butterfly fabric in 2 bags, since she
I see
noticed
the
my
butterfly.
my bags are ripped for my scraps, so she sent me new
She
bags.
actually noticed that through.
Yeah, some people notice
Interesting.
things.
That's I commend her. Wow.
Some
Very
people notice
noticeable.
things.
Hello, everyone. See, Lisa says we enjoy Scott.
You just don't get to see him because he's behind the scenes while I get frustrated, but not totally frustrated, and don't give up because I will finish this. Oops, we want to pull the thread up.
Is there a certain comment you ended on? Do you have any idea?
I have no
Right now,
idea.
everyone's just saying hi.
Oh, they're just saying hi to you. That's fine. If you
Did
guys
everyone
have
get their-
anything,
Did
just
everyone get their freebie packages that was sent out? The 3 winners of last week?
Vicky got hers. She said she did. Vicky
Did-
told me.
Did the other 2 that won get one?
I forgot who else
package?
won because one person told me they got theirs, so I don't remember. I think it started with an M. They are right here. Where are they? No, the words, the names.
You got a congrats on winning this afternoon.
Leanne, yeah. Leanne was one of them, was it? That won something?
I don't remember the names.
I thought I had it near me. I guess not.
Hi, everyone.
Well, those of you who did last week win my
Georgia
random giveaway.
Sankas. That name sounds familiar.
Yes.
You won something. Did you get yours in the mail? She says, I haven't seen mine yet. It was
Oh.
supposed to be there by Friday, according to the post office. Melinda C says, hi, Scott. She received hers.
Okay, so Melinda and Vicky got.
And Georgia, we're just waiting on yours. It was mailed on Monday.
And those
Supposed
that
to be there
said
by
congratulations from the thing that I won today on So Becca, I will be when I get the bag. That's why I chose the bag. I didn't like the panel as much. I thought I would like it because the colors looked okay, but then it looked too steampunk for me. So I chose not to do that. And I got the Annie bag because I can actually do that in a live stream. So
Vicky says Becca was just live and people got upset about her giveaway. So sad.
yeah, Becca's here right now, and I 100% all of you guys need to understand when we do giveaways, like last week, mine, I pulled the same name twice. I don't think it's fair. Whether you guys think it's fair or not, a name was pulled, blah, 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 or a number was called, blah, blah, blah. I only had 3 things to give away. So I think it was fair for it to be 3 winners. Well, with Becca's today, it was fair how she was doing the numbers. It was fair. Everybody still got a prize. All the people that won that she did the drawing for are still going to get their prize. That may not be that because she's choosing for them. They weren't in the live. And she did say that in the beginning of her stream. Everybody says that. If you're not present for a live, and I say that during all of my streams, if you're not present, you can't be the winner. It's got to go to the next person. You have to be present. That's why we announce videos ahead of time. And if you don't see the announcements, then that's not our faults. So you can't get mad about that kind of stuff. So I'm just letting everybody know it's the same with my channel. It's going to be the same with the Yvette Renee. It's going to be the same as So Yeah did a giveaway. It's going to be the same no matter what channel does a giveaway. You win, you don't, you don't. If they say they want you to be there, then be there. If you weren't there, you get the door prizes, if that makes any sense. Becca wanted to get rid of her stuff, and she did. She accomplished it. Lots of people won, way more than the prizes she had to give away. So, yeah, definitely don't be mad about that. And don't be mad that we both have the same opinion, I guess, if that's the word. So.
Yes, Eric, I agree with you.
Right,
Patricia says try to retread your machine and fake out bobbin. That might help along with new needle.
I did do the new needle. We already had the new needle thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll rethread the whole machine this time and see if it changes anything. It's just because of the going back up thing. It does not like to go back up. It never has since I've gotten this machine. That's why this machine does not work on a frame. I don't care what anyone says. I'm also going to triple roll it because I don't, nope, there's no weight on here. It feels like it's about 40, but.
Linda said she saw it when you were cutting scraps one night, your bag.
Oh, yeah. Yep. There's 2 of those bags and both of them are dilapidated. So thank you.
Sometimes it's just dust, or even like you said, it might be a machine.
It's just being finicky. Okay, see, now it doesn't like the tension that way, but we're going to see. Come on. Come on. It's probably just the thread and the fact that I'm going backwards. It does not like to go backwards. It's got a fresh needle. We're going to go under bobbin real quick. So there's all sorts of things for beginners that you can do to change and see what's going on. And I'm out of thread, actually, so that was good that I pulled it out.
Or Kathleen was stuck in a reservoir restroom for 14 hours today with a 5-year-old granddaughter. A reservoir restroom. I don't know.
What's a reservoir restroom? Is
I don't know. That sounds terrible. She says
yeah,
horrible.
that's a long time.
It sounds pretty bad, yes.
I would have gone crazy. Very crazy. Did you have a cell phone to call out? Is that how you were able to get out? All right. New bobbin.
14 hours? My gosh.
Yeah, that's a long
I
time.
could have called somebody to ram the door in, and last time, I don't know, maybe her cell phone wasn't working.
All right, where was I?
Everyone's asking if the granddaughter's okay, and
yeah, I would.
made it out.
How old is the granddaughter? 5 years old?
Granddaughter.
Shoot, she's probably traumatized. That sucks, and I'm very sorry to hear that. All right, I am completely rethreaded. I also threaded my machine just a little bit differently. Let's see if this changes anything. I'm not even putting my gloves on just yet in case it doesn't change anything. So let's see.
I like those gloves you're wearing, honey.
You've seen them a bazillion times.
I know.
I've had these for like 2.5 years or something.
I was trying to comment on them. Yes, honey, I know I've seen those gloves many times. I was trying to comment on them so people could see.
Sorry, I have my machine threaded differently just to see if it fixes this problem. So I gotta check the tension. Seems good. Okay, let's see. I went really slow there. I don't want to have to go super slow the whole time. Seems to be a little bit better. Nope, it broke. Yeah, it's a combination of the thread and the fact that I'm going back that way. It just does not like it.
Yeah, Lynn doesn't want to talk about it more. She'll flip out. I guess
Yeah,
it wasn't
just-
her. It was her son-in-law and the granddaughter.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And they were stuck in there all night or something. I don't know.
I don't know what a reservoir, what that means.
I don't either. I don't understand. I guess we're moving on to the next subject. We're glad
Does anybody
everyone is
have any
safe and
questions
sound.
about how this, like if their machine has this problem? Are you curious of how to just keep going and just resolve it? I mean, it's going to seem like there's tons of thread breaks on the back, but there really isn't as many as you think there would be. Because I'm pulling my thread to the top every time. I'm not actually breaking the thread from that hole. I'm always stitching right back where I left off or where it broke. I'm gonna go super slow for this because that's what it wants to do. I just don't like it. Let's see if I can't go all the way down. Turn all the way down. That okay, let's see if I can't just, no matter what I do, stay in the downward position, because this is gonna take me all night if I keep going this way with all this break. I don't want to be here all night. So instead of going the other way, I'm just gonna do this way.
Eric says my machine had the same problem. Use that as my excuse to get a long arm.
Yep. Well, I got a long arm and I like it. I don't have any problems. This, I have problems. All right. So now I'm going to bring it back this way and I'm going to go back the other way and I'm just going to keep turning back and forth because I think how I'm going to be solving my problem. The machine just wants to go one way. This is why this doesn't work as a mid-arm on a frame.
Okay, does the GP have to be stitched with the pedal, or is there a setting where the hands set the speed as you quilt?
What do you mean, where my hands set my speed? I have a speed button, a controller. I can be bunny rabbit or I can be a turtle. So I can purposely, this is pushing all the way down on the pedal. That's turtle. And I'm only doing this because I'm in one spot and now I pushed it up to rabbit. Obviously, I'm going to have a knot back there, but I'm just showing you rabbit is really, really fast. I try to keep it when I'm free motion quilting in between so I can't overdo because I'm a pedal to the metal. So I try to not do that when I'm stitching. My foot is the controller.
So is leaving. Has to say goodnight.
All right, Sarah, good night.
Grandson is calling. Good night. Yeah, 54 people watching.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. Everybody that's new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That would be down that way at the bottom. All right, we're going down and around and around. Lots of movement tonight because I have finally just gave up and I'm just going to quilt it downs and downs and downs every way until everything is filled in. All right, so let's go downs and downs and downs until it's filled in. Ay.
Eric says some of the new machines have a sensor laser that matches the speed of your hands to the speed of the machine.
Oh yeah, this is definitely not like that.
If you didn't pick up on that.
No, this does not have any fanciness. This is just a typical plain 100% almost industrial machine or semi-industrial, or however you want to say it. See, and I'm not going to say anything, but I am saying it. It's the position of which way I was going. It's not my thread. It's not any of that. It's the going back up. It does not want to go back this way towards me. So now I'm just going to do the whole turning a bazillion times and always going in the downward position until I have everything filled in. Should have been doing that from the first place, but I was trying to just keep it flow like I do on the long arm. I guess I learned my lesson every time I switch from machine to machine. Oh well. this way. It's a lot of turning. Hey. But you guys are zoomed in so you can see. So if you have a finicky machine, just do what I'm doing. It's a lot of movement, especially if you're doing a big quilt. But this is just a table runner. That's why I suggest big quilts. Take your time. It might be hard, but or send it to a long armor, or long arm it yourself if you have one.
One says I've used the stitch regulator, but it's always beeping at me for going too fast.
Yep, that's what mine does.
Yours does that on your long arm all the time.
Yep, I'm always going too fast. I'm speedy quiltologist, let me tell you. This going slow thing, this free motion stuff, not my speed. I like the long arm. Plus, my shoulders and everything are killing me.
Kathleen says you're almost done. Luckily.
Yeah, well, that's because I chose to go this way. This whole stay in the same direction. As long as I stay going in the same direction the whole time, I'll be good. Hey, too much. Also, make sure your projects are flat. It would help. If you get bunches, it's because you're not holding it flat. I did spray base though, so should be good. I feel sorry for those of you who are trying to do big projects on little machines. Ugh, too much. I used to do all of my quilts this way though, when I first got this machine, and let me tell you, I wasn't on this table though, I was on a different table.
Lisa has a couple of Halloween panels and she's scared to quilt them.
Why? Why are you scared to quilt your Halloween panel? Well, you don't want to ruin the panel? Is that what it is? You shouldn't have any fear of ruining a panel. The best thing you can do, and I've showed you guys with panels, if you don't want to do anything much to it, highlight it.
With like a sit-down quilting machine.
Who?
Cat.
Oh, that's Mary.
Mary?
Yep.
Diane loves 18mm rotary to clip corners.
All right, I'm sliding this in now because now I gotta go this way. Yum. Now turn it all the way around again. I will persevere. I will finish.
We're getting close. It looks pretty from here.
I haven't even thought about what I'm doing with the borders. Wait.
Want me to get you water, son?
Yes, actually. Can you give me a
Okay.
cold one?
No, I'm gonna get you one from the garage. It's 120 degrees. Of course I'll get you a cold one from the fridge. Where else would I get it, honey? It's getting juicy.
I just meant because this one wasn't cold. My goodness.
I'll get you one.
Roll me back
When
up.
CJ gets home, you can have him fill the fridge.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he didn't come and tell you? He supposedly went with Maxine.
Oh, because Maxine cooked dinner. She invited me to dinner. She called me a bazillion times. She invited me to dinner, and I said I was live streaming. So.
Yeah, I know. She was telling CJ to bug you. And he said you're in the middle of live, and she was bugging and bugging.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me, that's okay.
I'm just gonna leave it folded because I'm just going back the other way. Notice how much easier this is. So my machine just doesn't want to go back that way. Or what I would mean by pulling fabric towards me, I guess.
No one wants to feed me. I eat too much, I guess.
Maybe she didn't want to be judged.
And why would she invite you? What do you mean? I don't judge anyone's food. I eat everything. I love food.
I don't know.
So why did she say that?
I have no idea.
Huh?
I have no idea.
You're the one that's so picky on eating everything. You're the one accepting. I eat everything known to man.
All right, only 50 bazillion more rolls to go. Oh, it's going.
Her wants to pull one too. She's working the borders of California king size on there. The next thing. Eric says, put it this way, even with the thread breaks, it's still faster than hand quilting.
Yes. Well,
Not that hand quilting is bad, he says.
I'm going to be hand quilting soon. I just got to finish my blocks and put them together. And then I will be hand quilting my hospital quilt, is what I'm going to call it, because that's what it's going to be. I will be hand quilting it while I'm stuck in a hospital bed. That's going to be my hospital quilt. For all my wonderful hospital visits that are soon to come, thanks to my disease.
Oh, you might be out. We're going to be in there for that.
So I still have to have something to do. I'll go crazy if I have no quilting. Duh.
Kathleen loves the little purple flower fabric.
Oh yeah, isn't this adorable fabric? Whether it has that, it's all adorable. I like polka dots and stripes mixed with flowers. I don't know what other people like, but I like polka dots and stripes mixed with flowers. I think it looks really cool. And I know I tell you guys not to stretch your arms like that, but unfortunately, I'm trying to hurry.
Nita Henderson has done all her quilts by hand for 30 plus years. Well, you are a trooper, Nita.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I will soon see how it works.
I have a grandma in Pennsylvania that's hand quilting. All 100% by hand. She's big in Amish country area, and yes, she's been doing that her whole life. When do you go to the doctor again, they're asking?
Tuesday I called. They didn't make me an appointment. They're waiting because there's too many COVID cases in our area. So all those are taking precedence over my bad hip that most likely has valley fever in it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what they said. So until the x-ray people can read all those COVID case stuff first, then I will get my results. So I don't have an appointment until after Tuesday when I call to make sure that it's there. And then if he has the results, then he's sending me for an MRI. And after the MRI is when I go back to the doctors. So not until I get all my tests done. Can't get all the tests done until the results from one come in. So there's the story on that. And for those that are curious and are new to my channel and didn't see my Insomniac series, I announced to you guys I am actually sicker. My what we thought valley fever nodule is now a mass, and a mass is anything 3 centimeters or bigger. So now the thing in my lung is now a mass. And I've had issues. I got this big, huge pit, and I will not show you guys. I'll spare you the funky looking butt cheeks. Butt cheek, because it's actually only on one, but I can tell you I have this weird pit, and I showed it to the doctor, and he said, well, why didn't you tell me about this before? Because that is a sign that valley fever has spread. So he immediately sent me over, but my insurance does not cover a PET scan unless I've had an x-ray and a MRI first. So I have to have those first. But with COVID having so many cases, I unfortunately am last on the list for anything to be done. But I am going to a surgeon as soon as they call. So that'll be my lung surgery, they will be taking part of my lung from me. So that part will probably be done before my leg gets figured out, or hip, I mean.
Nina said hand quilting is very common for her.
My hand piecing is coming. I've realized that. But so is this. This isn't, I'm not, what's the word? I'm not affected by this. I actually like the sound of the machine and stuff. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows. So 8 more times of spinning this in circles. And if you guys were curious of how this was put together, these are 2.5-inch strips that were pieced together in sets of, I don't know, 4 or 5. And then I just lined them all up into a row until I had plenty, but they are cut into 3.5-inch segments. So they're 2-inch by 3-inch now is the size. And then I added a 2.5-inch border all the way around. If anyone was curious about how this is made. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 5 rows of 17 pieces. It's actually not very small. It's pretty good size. And this was just from scraps. And then the littler pieces was what made that mug rug.
I still like that name, the mug rug.
Yeah.
So cool
Scott
sounding.
was curious about it. He's like, what the heck is that? It's like, it's a mug rug. What's a mug rug? That's what a mug rug is. He didn't know that that's what it was called.
I know what it is. We had a big old discussion about it. I just thought the name was cool. They're talking about taking their quilting stuff with them when they travel.
Hand quilting.
Sharon even takes her machine with her every time she goes to her mom.
Yeah, my mom has a machine at her house that just wasn't out the last couple times I've been to her house. So now it is. She actually has it out. So hopefully next time I'm able to travel and visit, I'll actually have something to do at my mom's.
Whoa, Nita wants to try free motion on her treadle. She's seen a few videos on it.
You know, I don't think it could be too much harder as long as you're moving your feet. And since I'm only using one foot and I'm stopping and going and trying to hold pressure, I think a treadle would be the same. As long as you're moving your feet in the same manner and getting it going. I would love to have one of those machines, but I don't know where I would even put it.
Sharon, you guys get too much rain, and we don't get any here.
Yeah, we don't have no rain. Please send it my way.
Yeah.
We need some rain here.
Havasu is one of the cities that gets the least amount of rain in the whole United States. Hardly ever rains there.
And even during monsoon season, it storms outside, but there's hardly rain. And if it is, it's usually drizzles. And sometimes we have severe flash flooding and it'll last like an hour. Bam, done. Streets are dry. Weirdest thing. It's because it's so hot here. All right, almost finished. I don't even think I'm going to do the border because I don't even know what to do on the border. I think I'm just going to finish this part and
Oh, Nita learned to hand quilt before she learned to use the machine, so for her it's easier. Oh, Sharon's in Florida, that's right, I get so much rain. Mary said she wouldn't like it here. She likes it. It's Mary, right? At the Kevin.
Yep, that's Mary. There's only a couple of those names that I don't know their names. And that's because I forget. They've told me that I forget. And that's not my fault.
Well, our ground here, we live in the desert. Our ground here, there isn't much soil, so when it does
All
rain
right.
here, the few times a year it does, it flash flood. We get flash flood warnings a lot because our ground is a little bit of sand and then it's all rock underneath. So it floods quite easily. We don't really have soil to absorb and soak it. But it's rare that it rains here, so.
But when it rains, it pours. That's
Yeah.
for sure. All right. So I'm done out of that. Let's see. What do I want to do on the border?
Yes, Rachel, tonight is movie night.
Yep. Tonight. What are we doing tonight for movie night?
That movie did change up.
The change up.
Ryan Reynolds and what's his name? Where they switch. One goes bachelor and the other one's married and they switch.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do for the border real quick. You guys, any suggestions? I'm trying to keep it simple. I could totally just do straight lines like this all the way. I'm going to go all the way around this real quick first, though. Get my stitch in the bit. What do you guys think of piano keying it out? I don't even have a ruler, so just be me doing what I do. Well, technically I do have rulers. I just don't want to change to the ruler foot. And notice I had no thread breaks that whole time because I wasn't pushing back the opposite way.
I have no comments for you yet.
It's because the sewing machine is meant to go this way. That's why. It feeds through that way. And going back the opposite way is meant for the reverse button.
Kim says piano keyboard.
I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm not trying to overly quilt it. Especially since I had so many issues already. I don't want to have any more. I have a ruler foot, but I don't want to change out to it. And then my rulers are out in the garage, actually, with all my long arming stuff.
Justin Bateman, that's the other guy. I couldn't think of his name. Thank you.
Who?
Justin Bateman, that's the other guy.
You
in
mean
the movie.
Jason Bateman? Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman, yes. The Bateman guy, yes. Jason Bateman. Sorry, we'll get it. Between everybody else and you and me, we'll figure it out. Eric says I say piano key or some kind of straight line quilting.
I think this is the last side for this part at least. What?
This fabric.
No, I have other. A lot of people send me butterflies. There's
That's
tons of them.
beautiful. I
I've
like
got
the
this whole
butterflies.
butterfly fabric collection going.
You read the note?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, she thinks you have a great imagination. She thinks you make it a book.
Oh, look, almost to the end. All right. I think I'll go over.
Yep, Nina says no knots. You just double back under the fabric and the batting. It knots up with the fibers and doesn't come out.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold it nice and tight and stitch it all the way around. Holding it down, see what it looks like. And hold it nice and tight. Because sometimes it'll bunch up even if you've basted it. And I don't want that to happen. I want to keep it tight. Just stitching it down before I do anything else. I do not suggest doing this, but sometimes you have to. It's like a basting stitch because I don't want it to lift like the little other thing did.
Linda says just put a binding on it and call it done.
Yeah, I could.
Oh, Diane says, how about doing a serpentine in the borders? I like the sound of that. I don't know what it is, but I like the sound of it.
Hold on, let me get this on so I don't have any puffing.
Nita says she has 100 flowers quilt pattern that you could use for a 100 butterfly quilt. If you know any of
I
that.
must have pressed too hard on the pedal because I broke my thread.
Again? Or
Okay.
did you hear me, honey?
What?
100
Butterfly pattern.
flowers quilt pattern that you could use for 100 butterfly quilt.
So what, like cut out 100 butterflies?
Flowers quilt pattern that you could use for 100 butterfly quilt. I don't know.
Oh, I can just come up with something when it comes to that. I've been actually wanting, I have never made Missouri Star, Donna Jordan, a couple other places did a different butterfly ones with jelly roll strips, and I've never done those. You'd think I would have with all the loving of butterflies. You'd think I would have done the butterfly quilt by now, but I actually haven't, which is kind of weird for me to not do something that I like. So, yeah, someday I'll get to that kind of stuff. I'm just tacking this down real quick, guys, so that I can think. I'm not sure about a serpentine line around this, because then I'd be, I don't know, I think it would look weird. It's a good idea though, Diane. I think that was Diane that said it, that he said it. I can't see the comments and Scott left the room. The sooner I get this done, or leave it the way it is, or whatever, the sooner I can go eat dinner and do movie time. So, everybody knows Sunday after live stream is movies. Sometimes my live streams are long, sometimes they're not. And today, I don't know how long today is because I can't see the screen.
Nita says
How
yes.
long has it said it's been on?
Hold on. Nita says yes. You cut 100 butterfly squares and then make those the focus of the quilt, a bit like fussy cutting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do something like that. 2 hours, 24 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Definitely time to get off. Because I'm hungry anyway.
That's why I want
Well, I'm tacking this down and then I'll cut it and show you guys because I don't think it needs any more quilting. I'll bind it and that's it. Okay, one more side to tack down.
Did we see Hamilton? What is that?
A movie.
I don't know what you're talking about, Catherine. Is that a movie?
We watch a lot of movies though, so if you guys have movie suggestions, let us know. Scott will write it down. What are you making?
I'm a huge movie
you brought
buff.
food in here. I was
I'm a
like, what are you
huge
making?
movie
I
buff.
smell it now. It's making me even more hungry.
You won't want it.
I know.
Spinach artichoke thingies. I just bought it at the store.
Spinach, artichoke, what? Poppers?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, they're awesome. You won't want it. You're picky. See? Saying I'm judgmental. I eat anything.
I like spinach. I'll eat artichokes, but I won't eat that.
Then
Like,
why would you say I'm judgmental when you're the one ew?
it kind of smells like fried cheese and fried chicken. Oops, there you go.
It's on Disney Plus. They're live chat. Only this weekend. I think I've seen it on there, but I haven't watched it.
All right. I kind of like not having anything around it. I did follow out wherever I started at the seam right here. So there is some stitching in that seam, but that's it.
Kathleen said
That's
she was
it.
blown away that it was fabulous. Well, maybe we'll have to check it out now.
All right,
We do have
Let's-
Disney Plus.
put this over here and we're gonna cut it. I'm gonna leave this camera facing downwards. We's gonna trim this project, except I'm gonna take the gloves off this time so I don't almost cut my finger like last time.
Well, Diane Tiff is very picky. She'll say she's not, but she only likes to eat her cooking. If she's not making it, she really doesn't want to eat it. Which I don't blame her. Her cooking is amazing, but I eat anything.
All right,
I'm not the judgmental one.
let's move that out of the way. I'm leaving this as it is, guys. So this is it.
All of our neighbors know to give me their leftover food and stuff that they don't want because I eat it all.
But I won't.
Years ago, when I was a bachelor, my neighbors used to hook me up with everything, and they
Okay.
haven't stopped. Since I'm married and kids, they know I still eat it all. Half the time, they give me stuff for the kids to eat, and I still eat it. And the kids don't even get
All
a
right,
chance
I'm
to get
trimming it up now all the way around. Just keeping it nice and flat. Now you guys know why I stitched all the way around this. To hold it down nicely. That way it's not, I mean, it seems kind of puckery, and when I add the binding, it should be fine. And when it's washed, it'll completely go
Is
away.
this a table runner?
Yes.
Ann asks.
Yes, this is a table runner. This is just something I decided to make just to make it. And then I made a little mug rug to go with it, which I should have never even quilted on the outside of it, but oh well, I did. It's done. It's done. It's over with. I'm just going to bind them both and be done.
My neighbors love me. I used to help them, and I still do help them do everything and anything they have, anything they need help with. But years ago, every weekend, I'd go around and help neighbors, so they would all
Okay.
keep me fed.
So here's the table runner so you guys can see, and then I'm going to grab this thing. So there's the little mug rug that's going with the table runner.
I know, I got you. Figured that out.
Okay.
I like
there's
this mug
that.
rug. This thing is so cute. You guys want to see that again? I do. I think it's so cute.
I have this box right
It's
here
so cute.
filled with,
Bring it forward a little. It's not really in the camera.
oh, well, let's just
Move
put the
camera up. and then-
camera back to normal position. So I have this tub here, box, whatever, and it's filled with seam tape and
Very true, Diane. That's very true.
bias tape and lots of bias tape, all sorts of colors, extra wide, double bias tape. You know, I don't ever use bias tape, so I figured I can just choose one of these stupid things and put it around my stuff. So this is what I'm going to use for binding instead of making binding. I'm just going to choose, like, here's a pretty one that's yellow. I'll just put this around it and or whatever, you know. So this is what I'll be using is something from, maybe I'll come back with a video another day on how to put these kind of bindings on. So yeah, other than that, let me put the camera in a normal position in a second. Let me throw that away. Not throw it away, but put it in the spot. If I can stay. Okay. Let's turn it.
MJ's got to run, but they're saying good luck with health issues, and they're sending good thoughts your way. Take
Okay.
care.
Let's
So
put
thank you,
this
MJ.
to where you guys can see me. Hi guys. All right, so let me hold it up again. So here's a little mug rug. Like I said, it's only 13.5 inches by 9.25 inches or 3/8
Want me
ish.
to hold the other
So there's
thing?
that.
Or no?
And then my little table runner.
Okay, you got it.
I stopped. I'm not going to quilt around it because I think it looks fine just the way it is. So the back of both of these is this. So look at it's hiding on there because it's the same. You don't even know it's there because it's really not.
Teresa says
Oh.
very cute projects.
So a table runner and a mug rug. Don't ask me why I did that. I just, if it's all I had for scraps, It was all the scraps from a quilt that's now hanging in there from episode 41 and 42 of the Insomniac Quilting series.
Thank
So,
you, Kathleen. Kathleen says have an amazing evening, and she's saying prayers
thank you,
for us
Linda,
all.
for the mail today that arrived today. Thank you guys all for watching. I'm so glad you guys can all join me on my Sew Sundays and so on. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe that way down there. It's really helpful for me.
Georgia says it's amazing how you look at fabric and come up with beautiful projects.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I just have this whatever. I should have started doing this years ago.
Thank you,
Literally.
Diane.
Literally should have started doing this when I was young. I don't know what the heck was wrong, why nobody started me on it, but I'm doing it now. So anyways, don't forget on your way out to hit that thumbs up button as well as subscribe that way. And what else? Yeah, every Sunday around 5 p.m. ish my time in Arizona, I'm on here for Sew Sunday, and then randomly I come on for the Insomniac series. So other than that, I'm just here when I'm here. So you guys at least are seeing me every Sunday, so that's a plus. All right, I love you guys and I thank you for joining. Does anybody have any questions before I say bye?
They're saying thank you. Kathleen says she didn't know you, but you look good.
I don't look good.
Even though you
look
don't
good.
feel good.
So these are the projects. Anyone have any questions?
They're all saying good night.
Then if there's no questions, I'm gonna go. So bye everyone.
Good night.